Louisville is in the running to host the Sundance Film Festival. The city broke ground on the new Bezos Academy, and we continue our Metro Council profiles with District 9 Councilman Andrew Owens. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. Louisville is one of 6 cities in the running to host the Sundance Film Festival.
More than 90 cities across the country wanted to be considered for this prestigious and amazing opportunity to host the Sundance Film Festival. And just a couple of hours ago, the Sundance Institute announced that it had narrowed the field to 6 remaining cities. And I am so proud and excited to announce that Louisville is now a finalist to be the future home of the Sundance Film Festival. Woo.
What an exciting day for our creative community and our entire city. Louisville is internationally known as the home of bourbon, baseball bats, the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, and of course being the home of the greatest of all time. But those of us who live here know all of that about our city, and we know that we are also so much more. Our artists and our art scene are incredible. Our orchestra, Actors Theater, the Speed Cinema, our festivals, our interconnected creative community are like no other. What we already know and love about Louisville, others are learning more and more about. It's what has brought in over $200 million in film budgets to our region over the last 2 years, and now it's what has caught the attention of the Sundance Film Festival.
We do events well here in this community. Louisville will also make a great audience for the Sundance Film Festival.
Just making sure that the city's safe and clean. Eddie Line, street sweeping team. We get up all types of debris and trash. I've got 14 years in, and now I can work a bobcat. You know, so much equipment, a lot of things that you feel like that you say you can't do. Once you get in here and you get the training, if it's anything that I can do, then they can do. It's all about confidence, you know, so I've learned a lot, so I appreciate that. We have some days where the equipment is not up to par, but we make it happen. So about my job, I think it's teamwork. You know, we have a short crew, but we always seem to get the job done. Can't ball a fist without every finger doing its part, and that's how the city has to be. Everyone has to do their part. You know, if we do it all together, the city will be safe and clean always. People come out and give us waters and stuff like that, giving us thumbs up, letting us know that we're doing a great job. So that's very appreciative.
The city hosted a groundbreaking for the new Bezos Academy in Louisville.
I think back to when we were introduced to the Bezos people, and we made a little trip to Seattle, and we toured that first Bezos Academy. Well, what I can remember is we came back and we engaged the community, council and previous mayor and all the people from the state. I believe that, you know, everybody kind of came together to say, how can we make this happen, and to be open and welcoming to Bezos. So I think we should be proud as a community to be here. And thank you to Mike and your team for listening to us and letting this happen here.
And with the announcement of Bezos Academy Louisville Riverport, we can now say by 2026, we're going to be providing full day care, tuition-free preschool to 280 children here in Louisville. To us, this is what working hand in hand looks like, and we couldn't be more grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
2, 3. All right, thank you all very much.
If you need help in an emergency and you don't speak English, please don't hesitate to call 911.
911, Operator Tanel.
Hola, hola.
Our language line service is here to bridge any language barriers, ensuring everyone gets the assistance they need when calling 911.
You speak Spanish?
Sí, preciso ayuda. Mi mamá se cayó. Necesito una ambulancia. ¿Hablas español?
First, tell us the language you're fluent in, and we'll connect you to the right interpreter.
Un momento, voy a conectar con intérprete, no cuelgue.
Don't hang up, stay on the line. And when you're connected with an interpreter, share your location, details about your emergency, your name and phone number, and answer any questions the call taker asks through the interpreter. We're here for you, no matter the language.
Hurstbourne Country Club will be the new home of the PGA Tour ISCO Championship.
This is a fantastic day for golf in Kentucky, and I get to be the one to officially announce, not that there's going to be a surprise, but to officially announce that Hurstburn Country Club will be next year's host to the ISCO Championship, the PGA Tour event. People will be coming to Kentucky from all over the world, tour players and visitors. There'll be media from all over the world to see what's happening in our state. And for us to be able to host a PGA Tour event on an annual basis is a big deal for our city.
Right here in Louisville, we broke that record and welcomed 200,000 plus people over the course of a week to our amazing Valhalla Golf Course. And now, to add on top of that, the great momentum we have to bring a PGA Tour event here to Louisville on an annual basis is so special. And we are so excited to roll out the red carpet for the PGA Tour, just as we did for the PGA of America earlier this year.
Starting August 1st, Mary T. Maher Aquatic Center will shut down for routine cleaning and maintenance. The shutdown will last through September 2nd. The Aquatic Center will reopen to the public at 5 a.m. on September 3rd. Upgrades to the Aquatic Center include new shower heads and plumbing work to allow for more shower use in the locker rooms, new starting blocks installed by the pool, and a new UV lighting system in the warm pool.
I've been at Solid Waste for about 4.5 years. My name is Mary Burton, and my title is a Packer driver. It's challenging some days. I mean, you really do have to have skills driving. We go in tight alleys, we make tight turns. I have to watch the road, I have to watch them because, you know, traffic is coming 24/7, so I have to keep my head on a swivel the whole time because I just have to ensure everybody makes it safe. It could be rain and hail and all that, we're still out there. So I wish people would take that more into consideration. Say our incentive here, whenever I get my route done, being able to leave early, that's one part of it. And then the community, really, they're like family. You know, you have your regulars that come out, give you water, speak to you. You have the kids that come out. So that really makes my day. I mean, I love my job and I would like to see more women working with me. I just encourage more women to apply. People may think the job is hard, but I mean, anybody can do anything if you put your mind to it.
It's Plastic-Free July, and Metro TV has been highlighting businesses in Louisville working to reduce their plastic use. Today we visit Mama's Mustard, Pickles, and Barbecue in St. Matthews.
We are Kansas City style barbecue invading Louisville. We've been here for about 12 years. Our specialties are our wings. We have some of the best wings in the world. We're also known for our huge beef ribs and just all around good barbecue, made from scratch. When my business partner Chad and I started this, that was just one of the things we were gonna do. We're not gonna do styrofoam. I think maybe one case of styrofoam to-go boxes has happened in this store in 12 years, and that was around after the pandemic when some things were kind of hard to get, you know, the supply chain issues. 3 or 4 years ago, we put solar panels on both our locations, our St. Matthews location and Hurstbourne location. So that little bit helps. And just recently, we bought some extra parking, because we needed more parking, but it allowed us to start recycling our cardboard. We didn't have room for a cardboard dumpster at this location for quite a while. So that's our latest step in trying to be as green as possible and leave no carbon footprint. Right when we started, we got a lot of good feedback. We still do get good feedback about it, but I think a lot of other restaurants have realized that it does cost a little bit more, but it's worth it, and it's not that much more. So I think people are getting used to it, which is good. I think if I don't get any compliments or people questioning about this, I think it means that more people are doing it, and people are getting used to seeing these, not styrofoam, not plastic forks. It sounds weird, but the less compliments we get about that, I think the better the whole city's doing. We can't recycle every fork we use, but it's good to know that they're not gonna be in a landfill for hundreds of years. They're gonna be there for just a little while. We love our mamas, and mamas take care of their children, and we want our children to be around. So that's what we do. We've done that from day one.
We continue our Louisville Metro Council profiles with District 9 Councilman Andrew Owen.
Hi, my name is Andrew Owen, and I am the Metro Councilman for District 9. I was elected to serve on the Metro Council in November 2022 and was sworn into office in January of 2023. I am a Louisville native and a product of the Jefferson County Public School System. I have an undergraduate degree in history and urban planning from the University of Virginia, and I studied real estate and finance at Johns Hopkins University. I began my career working in affordable housing and community development in Washington, D.C., and purchased my first investment property in the Adams Morgan neighborhood of Washington in 1998. In 2004, upon returning to Louisville, I co-founded Preston Thomas Properties, a small commercial real estate investment, management, and brokerage company, and serve as its president and principal broker. I served on the Energy and Environment Committee for Governor Beshear's transition team, and am a recent board member of the Louisville Arena Authority and the Cabbage Patch Settlement House. I'm also a longtime member and elder at Highland Presbyterian Church and a member of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors. My wife Nancy and I have been married for 15 years, and we have 2 children, Evelyn and Thomas. The district runs along Frankfort Avenue, Shelbyville Road corridor from Melwood Avenue to Marshall Drive and extends from Seneca and Cherokee Parks on the south to the Ohio River at the Louisville Water Tower on the north. District 9 includes the neighborhoods and cities of Beechwood Village, Bellwood, Bowman, Brownsboro Village, Cherokee Gardens, Cherokee Woods, Clifton, Clifton Heights, Crescent Hill, Druid Hills, Greenleaves, Irish Hill. It incorporates the Lexington Road Preservation Area, Richlawn, Seneca Rock Creek, and a portion of St. Matthews. District 9 has a number of community assets, including the Peterson Dumanel House, Whitehall House and Gardens, the Masonic Home, St. Matthews and Crescent Hill Libraries, American Printing House for the Blind and the Kentucky School for the Blind, Sacred Heart Academy, Mary T. Maher Aquatic Center, Beargrass Creek, and many, many local restaurants and businesses, particularly along the Frankfort Avenue corridor. To learn more about District 9, please call 502-574-1109 or visit www.louisvilleky.gov/District 9.
The Louisville Metro Housing Authority held the Avenue Plaza Health Fair for the residents of the senior community in downtown Louisville.
We got some information here.
I love the way they do this right here.
We're at Avenue Plaza at the health fair.
We have U of L, Norton Healthcare, Elder Serve,
where you can go out to be vaccinated, information on how to protect yourself against ticks, heat exposure, and sun exposure.
I think it's real educational and it's real beneficial for the residents.
The response is wonderful. We're providing resources to our residents, health screenings, insurance enrollment, food, snacks, games, raffles.
Boom! They're really starting to listen to us because I told them I don't want to move, and I think a lot of other people feel the same way. We just want the building to be a lot better.
The elderly population, they're often forgotten. In LMHA, we serve a large proportion of elderly residents, providing them these resources, showing up for them, and allowing them to know that LMHA has our residents back.
What's your insurance company?
This is the first of many Avenue Plaza health fairs. They tell us they want bingo, they want knitting classes, and this is just an effort to engage with our residents and to show up for them.
When you have questions about the city, who are you going to call? Try Metro Health and Wellness. They have someone who knows it all.
Good morning, Public Health and Wellness. Where may I direct your call? My name is Pam Spencer. I've been employed here as a receptionist for 8 years. 574-6520. Mold. We have a lot of calls for that. Started as a temp on the 2nd floor. Fell in love with me and I fell in love with the building and what they do. Yes, ma'am. Our people do a lot. And it's just a handful of them. We have a lot of walk-ins thinking that the clinic is here for STIs, but it's all at our specialty clinic. I can transfer them right on up the street from us. But a lot of people just call here for things that we don't even take care of, and I'll try to explain we don't handle it here, but I can give them a resource number. Yes, sir. We don't have any resources to help seniors like that, but we have a social service called KIPTA. I think I'm part social worker. I've made my own resource book of things that we don't do, that people call here thinking that we do. Need to see inside. All our environmental numbers and the inspectors and interpreter line. We have a lot of people that call and say, speak no English. I have resources in here to help them out. Yes, sir. One moment, I'll transfer you to the plan review department. It really helps out. Maybe they're in another state and they don't know how to get their birth certificate. They've misplaced it. Get a lot of calls for that. And we have a carousel over there. They can come get a paper copy or they can call Frankfort and order one over the phone. 241-8322. I think I say it in my sleep. Administrative Professional of the Year nomination. And it tells about what I do. They say I'm welcoming, have a calming voice, unflappable courteous professionalism, and then I make an ideal first impression of our organization. It makes mention about my resource book at the desk. It's like, oh my goodness. I try to keep up with it. The way I was raised, we just help. I grew up on if I can help somebody as I travel on, my living won't be in vain. That's all right. That's what I try to stand by. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
With the warm weather come beautiful gardens all around the city. Metro TV visited with Janet Miller and heard all about her rose garden and the special rose she got to name.
I'm Janet Miller. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm real close to the Ohio River. I have many varieties of roses, probably about 300 bushes and about 200 different varieties. I have miniatures, mini flora, floribunda, hybrid tea, grandiflora, and climbers, and a couple of shrubs. And they're all different and they're all beautiful. I was a vegetable gardener and thought flowers were frivolous, but I bought a house that had a garden in the very back of the property. I didn't look at it before I bought the property. After I bought the property, I walked back there expecting to find a great vegetable garden. Well, there were 50 rose bushes there. And so I had to learn really quickly how to deal with roses. I found out that roses are a lot of work, they're high maintenance, but they're worth every minute. I've been growing roses for about 35 years now. I just love roses. I spend every day in the rose garden, and I can't think of a better way to spend my time. Miniatures are short and they have smaller blooms. And miniatures have a lot of constant color because they just bloom a lot. And then there's mini floras, which are taller with a smaller bloom. And that's what my Kentucky Marmalade and the Autumn Splendor are, is mini floras. And then there's Floribunda, and it has blooms that won't center. They're flatter blooms, but they're more per stem. So they come up in sprays. Those are Floribundas. And then grandifloras and hybrid teas are really very well related. Hybrid teas are the florist rose. That is a long stem rose that you give on Valentine's Day. And those are the roses that are the most coveted and the ones that I cut for the vase and give away to my friends. Some varieties have wonderful fragrance, some don't. It all depends on the variety that you've chosen. As I said, roses are high maintenance. They take a lot of care, and you don't just stick them in the ground and forget them. They need water, they need a regular watering program, they need a regular spray program. They have to be sprayed or else they get black spot. They also, roses want to be cut because cutting stimulates new growth. Soil is just key. You've got to have the pH of about 6.5. And in our area, most gardens, most of the soil is up at 7 because we have a limestone bedrock, which is why horses are so happy here. They have strong bones. Well, that's great. It makes for strong roses, but not necessarily a lot of blooms. And so 6.5 is the perfect pH. The one thing that's essential is sun. you've got to have at least 6 hours of sunshine. I have lots of tips, tons of tips. My biggest tip, the rules for roses change throughout the season. And you have to know what you're doing at the beginning of June, just like you need to know what you're doing at the end of June, because it's different. And so you have to have good advice. My favorite tip is that once you cut your rose and have it in your cup of water, you'll cover that bouquet with a plastic bag of some kind and put it in your refrigerator and keep it in the refrigerator for an hour up to a week. And that will extend the life of your cut rose. For years, I cut my roses and I'd set them on the table and they'd immediately start to die. Well, this extends the life of your roses by 3 times. Kentucky Marmalade is a mini flora, and it was a sport off of the Autumn Splendor. See how Autumn Splendor has a lot of yellow and orange in the flower? And it's a gorgeous rose. It has a great growing habit. It's really a wonderful rose. Well, one time the bloom came up solid orange. That's called a sport. So I cut that rose and propagated it. It's called slipping. And I slipped that rose, made a new bush, and the new bush came up with orange roses. So that was a new variety, and so I got to name it, and I named it Kentucky Marmalade. My favorite is the one right in front of me. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick Mr. Lincoln. It's a red hybrid tea. I love Mr. Lincoln because of the quality of the fragrance. So I can't show you why Mr. Lincoln is my favorite, but I could smell you into it.
Volunteers keep the city running. At the Louisville Zoo, there's a couple who have been volunteering for several years.
Oh, I like the environment, the peacefulness. The horticulture department, where I volunteered before, never had enough people to take care of the zoo. And so we went to Detroit Zoo and saw that they had an Adopt a Garden program there. Wrote up a proposal to the Louisville Zoo. They adopted it and we started it in 2010. And so I've had these gardens ever since then. I have 3 specific spots. The 2 right here and another garden down here on the corner. I've got Shasta daisies, iris, daylilies, daffodils early on, and I plant them and weed them and water them and take care of them. Not professional or anything, but I just find it calming and easy to stress relief. It's my outlet, I guess. I do well with plants and things, and so that just gives me an outlet. And I like being out here with the animals when it's quiet and there's not a lot of people around. I've encouraged several of my friends who have tried it for a while, and yeah, I think it's a good idea. We always need more volunteers.
Yeah, I work back in Boma, which is the petting zoo.
My husband, who I also talked into volunteering out here.
Well, it's fun, and you know, we ride together now, and primarily my duties include cleaning up the yard, sweeping out the hut before the visitors get there. I kind of look like that guy at the end of the movie, in the movie theater, only I'm not sweeping up popcorn. So that's what I'm doing in the yard for about the first hour and a half. And kind of directing stroller traffic, telling them where they can put their strollers so they can get them. And the kids are funny. Their reactions to the goats are funny. I kind of think they're like big dogs in that their behavior is somewhat predictable. When the 2 alphas go at it, it's kind of scary, because they could take an old guy like me out. They just don't know it. Every employee I've encountered are extremely hardworking and dedicated. You know, we're not a big metropolis, but we have a really nice zoo, and hopefully people take advantage of it and take pride in it. Well, having shared experiences is helpful. You've seen older folks, you know, they go out, they eat dinner, they don't say a word to each other. We at least have something to talk about. It's not real strenuous, so it's something we can do, and we get a little exercise.
It's worthwhile, and anybody who can afford a few hours a week, it'd be well worth their while to come out and try it at least. Sense of worth, to be able to give something back.
Yeah, that's it. If you've been fortunate like as we have.
And once you're retired, you need something to look forward to.
You can only play so much golf.
Ian and Jerry, they're so cool. They're cool. They care about their zoo.
Kentucky State Police and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet set up a special testing and licensing site at JCPS to help get TARC's professional drivers licensed to drive school buses. TARC's drivers with commercial driver's license must have additional certification and training to drive a school bus.
One of the issues that we found early on was it was a large number of drivers that needed to be S-Class tested. So we reached out to Kentucky State Police, who stepped up and problem solved with us and with the Transportation Cabinet. Came up with a solution of coming here to do a pop-up testing event for the TARC drivers. I want to really thank the Kentucky State Police and the Transportation Cabinet for understanding not only the urgency of this, but being a really good partner in state government.
What we're doing today is the written test for the school bus endorsement, which is required to drive a school bus legal in Kentucky. The first step is what we're doing today is the written test. Once they pass the written test, they have to keep that for 2 weeks. And then there will be some training there in that 2 weeks which JCPS will provide. And then they will do a road test in a school bus. And after that, they will have their full school bus endorsement.
I want to say this is a great example of when you can bring us together to help bring a common goal, to meet our commitment to the community and the city to help us bring solutions to it.
So there's some pretty extensive training that you have to go through to be a safe bus driver to transport children in the Commonwealth. The S endorsement, then the road test, which is an addition to your existing CDL to assure that you can transport children safely.
Just one of the major differences is the railroad crossings, the procedures. So there's specific questions, there's specific material specific to a school bus that a passenger bus driver for TARC isn't mandated to follow those procedures, but a school bus driver is, and that's what the questions are today.
I feel like we are in a very good place to start this year.
Metro TV was on the streets of Louisville asking, what Summer Olympics event do you like to watch?
Hi, I'm Jamie. We're from Southern Illinois and we love basketball, so we'll be watching basketball.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Samuels. I'm from here, Louisville, Kentucky. The event that I'm looking forward to see is the track and field because I want to see Sha'Carri. She always stands out from everyone, and I just love to see a black woman succeed, especially in today's times.
I'm Sarah. I'm from Louisville, and my favorite event is track.
My name's Brad. I'm from Lexington originally. Mine would be swimming, and for a reason why, I think Michael Phelps kind of made it cool back in 2008. Kind of breaking all those world records, and it's something that I can't do swim very well, so I appreciate watching it at a high level.
I'm Lindsay Gard. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and my favorite Olympic event would have to be gymnastics because I am so jealous that they can do all of that flipping around and stuff. It's super fun to watch.
My name is John Tate. I live in Shelby County, but I work in downtown Louisville. I'm looking forward to, frankly, the women's track and field events at the Olympics. I've been following the trials, and there's just some fantastic athletes that I really enjoy watching and look forward to that.
My name is Jordan. I'm from Louisville, and my favorite Summer Olympic sport is gymnastics. I think the gymnasts all have like good personalities, and you kind of get to know like the backstories of all of them more and focus in on like the five that are doing everything. So.
Chad from Louisville, love the Olympics. I plan on watching as much as I possibly can.
Hello there, my name is Jay Bennett and I'm from California, but I live in Louisville now. And my favorite event in the Summer Olympics has to be women's track and field. Let me tell you, because them girls, they are fast. Shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. She's my favorite athlete, just signed with Nike. So make sure you guys tune in and watch the Women's Summer Olympics. Watch them race, man. It's the best event.
Thank you for watching. Please share Metro TV with your friends and ask them to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or X, and download our Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV apps. Have a wonderful week.